Bright orange, James Holmes stared blankly and yawned in court today, where for the first time his lawyers claimed he is mentally ill.
The past several weeks have seen another deadly outbreak of mass shootings, part of an epidemic of senseless violence that's now occurring on a regular basis. It's become harder and harder to ignore the fact that the majority of the people pulling the triggers have turned out to be severely mentally ill.
There's every reason to think that there's something about the way the brain's functioning that leads to the symptoms that you see. That's important to us because what we've learned in the case of heart disease is that you have to get past the symptoms. You have to begin to look at the mechanisms of disease. It's like giving painkillers to someone who's got chest pain. You can give them a way to relieve the short-term pain. But what you really want to do is figure out what's wrong with their heart and figure out how to make sure that they're getting the best heart function possible. The same can be said for mental illness.
I'm going to be meeting with the case manager and the two people from the program. It's a meet and greet pretty much. They're going to come over, tell me about the program, what to expect, what's going to be going on. I mean, I would like if you guys would look at his medicines and if you felt like you might want to try something else, whether it even be with the ADHD, because it's like, I for a long time, I guess I was hoping there'd be a medicine that would fix it. When people are like, oh, Abilify has this calming nature and da-da-da. When I don't see that, I'm like, how do I know if it's working? I don't know. Is he supposed to be breaking his doors and having these meltdowns? I don't know. Ethan has attention deficit disorder, hyperactive attention deficit disorder, ADHD, and oppositional defiance disorder, known as ODD, and with the underlying diagnosis of autism. So he's on the spectrum. He's high functioning, but just on the spectrum. It's almost like I kind of feel like at times I forced the other symptoms into play with the doctor, saying, look, he's obviously, there's something else going on. Like right now they say they won't diagnose him with bipolar, he's too young, but even if he's on meds that people with bipolar would take.
It's almost like a Ouija board experience, right? Where you take your child into the specialist, it's like, ooh, they interview him for a while, they give him a bunch of little tests, and then, I don't know, they're like, ooh, oppositional defiant disorder, that's what it is today. You're like, okay, what do we do for that? Well, we're going to take this drug and this drug and this drug. And my child, I think he'd been on 12 or 13 different drugs, again, by the time he was 12 years old. A lot of these medications aren't tested in children. Many of them are off-label. Sometimes they're like for blood pressure or something. And that's a frightening experience for a parent.
At this point, a lot of the time, someone guesses at a diagnosis, medicates for it. Oh, the medication didn't work. Therefore, you probably don't have that syndrome. Let's try another one. And it feels like the child is a dartboard. And you're sort of thinking, we'll throw this, we'll throw that. Oh, look, that one seems to help. Okay, I guess he must have this. And the diagnosis is the result of a medication response rather than the basis for the assignment of a medication.
Hey, Ethan. Hey, why don't you sit down? Because they're going to leave soon. We want to tell you something. Wait, we want to talk to... Wait, no, I need to talk to you about something with them. Sit down.
I want to use my
Okay, I'll tell you what, you can, but first they're going to leave, and we need to talk to you about something important. So could you just sit down? Thank you.
I want to go the ride.
Listen, first let me talk to you. So, these are going to be your new counselors, okay? And then, this is the thing, honey. You're going to start seeing them next Monday. But, they are actually in Lakewood, which is past Tacoma, okay? And you're going to go and stay with them for a while.
Stay with them.
Like, live with them. They're going to try and help you control those anger problems you have, because you always say you want to try and control yourself and you don't know how, and they're going to try to help you. So you're going to stay there for a while.
Because they're just helping.
They are. So you're going to live with them for a couple months.
All right. Wait, is there going to be everyone?
No. It's not a hospital, it's a house.
It's a nice house.
It's a very nice house. So do you think you are going to be a big boy and you're going to let them help you? I'm going to take you to this place, okay?
What?
to their place.
Next Monday.
Next Monday, you're going to start living there for a little while.
Until 3 months?
Or 6, we don't know.
You
It
said
just depends
days.
on you. No, months. Like 90 days to 180 days.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't think it's really sinking in, but at least he's taking it pretty well.
That's good.